C.J.MARKS here, and I have the privilege, pleasure, and honor of chatting with distinguished Toastmaster Richard Peck. Let's just get right into it. Richard,
Absolutely.
first of all, thanks for being here with us. We really appreciate it. First question, sir. In your words, what is leadership?
Uh, I think leadership takes a multitude of avenues, but it's the individual who is there to help guide others to achieve not only their goals, but the goals of the individuals. I have a philosophy that a leader serves from multiple positions. And we often think of leaders as being the person in front, leading the charge. But they're not only there, they're in front to lead the charge and get the obstacles out of the way. But they also need to be the person who's standing behind the individuals who are on their team or whom they're leading, to be there to say, I've got your back and I can support you and help you along the way. But they also need to be willing to stand beside the people that they're with and show that they're willing to do the same work. For me, a leader has to be able to walk in the shoes of the individuals that they're leading and not just expect them to do it. So leadership to me has multiple avenues, but it's about helping individuals achieve their goals.
Excellent. Thank you very much. To that end, you have a saying, when the going gets tough, leaders get tougher. Would you mind explaining what does that mean exactly and how did you come up with that phrase?
So I'll start with how I came up with the phrase. And I came up with the phrase reflecting back on my years of leadership in my corporate environment, my years of leadership with other nonprofits, and my years of leadership with Toastmasters. And what I noticed about leaders who are the true leaders in any organization, tough, they don't back down. They don't come out being defeated right away. They stand up to the challenge. They get tougher than what the challenge is. They are willing to try things that maybe they never did before. They're willing to make difficult decisions, regardless of whether they're popular or not. Think about COVID-19 and what we're facing right now. Our leaders were challenged with something they never, ever saw before. None of us did. We told them that you need to meet online. And they found ways of bridging that technology gap. But then they went one step further than that. And they started reaching around the world to members. They found ways to interact when they couldn't interact with anybody. They did not let them be defeated by what's going on. A leader who's facing difficult times and gets tougher steps into the unknown and does so willingly and isn't pushing others to do it without them being there. And to me, that's what I mean by when the going gets tough, leaders get tougher. Because if they don't get tough, if they let it defeat them, then the members and the people who are on their team are automatically going to feel that same frustration, that same level of defeat. And we as leaders need to rise above that. We need to prove that we're stronger than anything we face. Is it easy? No, leadership's not easy, right? But being able to make the hard decision, being able to step up and be tougher than the challenge that you have, to me, that's something that shows what a leader is about. When I look at challenges, what I look at is opportunities in their rawest form. Because you can take a challenge and look at it as face value, or you can take a challenge and you can look beneath it and see what opportunities come out of it and how you can make that beneficial to you and everyone around you. And our leaders in Toastmasters this 5 months of this year so far have proven that there is nothing, no enemy, visible or invisible, that's going to stop them from reaching out and bridging gaps with others. And they're a testament to what leaders getting tougher means.
Indeed. Well said, sir. With regards to leadership, specifically in Toastmasters, the idea of becoming a club president can be a very daunting or intimidating proposal or idea for many people, let alone area director, division director. What has motivated you and inspired you to pursue leadership in Toastmasters to such a high degree?
When I look at leadership, for me, it's the ability to reach out and help more people achieve their levels of success, to be able to take the skills that I've developed over the years and share them with others and mentor others that want to be in leadership. I think when it becomes daunting to individuals, when they become a little bit afraid to step into it, it's when they think they have to do it on their own. And that's not what it's all about. And we hear that too often is, well, I can't do all this. You're right, you can't, but we don't expect you to. As a leader, we expect you to develop talent to help you achieve those things. And I see that happen all the time. On both sides of that coin, I'll see individuals who either try to do it all themselves and get burnt out and then don't want to step into the next leadership role, or those who can find ways of developing others and bringing them along for the ride. And then the leadership role becomes so much more enjoyable. I also think that for me, what it's about is about learning about people and being able to interact with a larger group of individuals. So when I was a club president, I spent time with my club and learning about the members in my club. When I became an area director, it became learning about other individuals, a larger group of individuals, what their needs were, what their dynamics were. And then with each level along the way, it became learning something else about myself and about how to help others. And the farther you go up or down, depending on how you structure the pyramid, obviously, the greater the reach you have on individuals. And for me, I find it as much fun now to mentor individuals who think that I'm too busy to mentor them, but I'm willing to. I've got an individual who I'm mentoring in China who just stepped into a district trio position. And, that's what it's about. And that's what's pushed me along the way.
Thank you. What makes a good Toastmasters club?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking that, because I don't think there's, you could say, okay, well, it's members. Well, yes, that's a part of it. You've got to have members and engaged members to have a good club. You've got to have a good environment to meet in. You've got to have members that are active and participating. We can have a club of 20 members and only 5 of them show up and one of them gives a speech. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a good club. It might very well be, but from the impression, maybe not. Individuals who are achieving their goals and feel that they are in a safe environment to do so and try something new and encouraged, I think that's making a good club. I've been so impressed lately by the clubs I've been speaking to around the world, and just watching their level of engagement, their level of excitement. And that's a good club. Using the program the way it's been designed, but using it within the culture of your club is important also. And I think these are some things that make a good club. But it's my thought on what makes a good club. You actually have to ask the members, to them, what's making a good club. So if they're feeling that they've got the opportunity or more than enough opportunities to reach and achieve their goal, then they're going to feel it's a good club. If they're not feeling that they can do that, if they're feeling that they're being stifled or not being able to reach what they want to do, or they're not being mentored along the way, their opinion might be different. So it's bottom line, it's is the individual getting out of the club what they joined the club for. That makes it a good experience, because if they are and they're engaged, they're going to continue to be engaged, and then that just becomes a a passion that is spread throughout the club. And I'm sure, CJ, you've seen good clubs that have done that. It's been on passion, and you've seen clubs that are like, I can understand they're an okay club, but they're not, compared to the other club I was at. And I would say when you look at individuals who go from club to club to club to find the right fit for them, that's not saying it's a bad club. It's just a club that doesn't fit their needs. So we've all seen members or guests who have gone and tried out a club, then gone and tried another club until they finally find one that fits within their needs. So it's a multifaceted question to try to figure out what exactly it means. But bottom line is the member getting out of it why they joined and what they want?
Well, so yeah, it is quite a question. I simply figured you're the man to ask. So thank you for that enlightening answer. Now, as fantastic and fabulous as Toastmasters is, as we know, nothing in the world is perfect. So to that end, if you could change one thing about Toastmasters, what would that be?
That's an interesting question, and a question that's fraught with danger. There's a ledge there that you have to walk along. And I think right now, to say what would I change about Toastmasters would be an inappropriate approach to it, because right now we are in such an unknown right now to be able to predict what the future looks like and what we need to change to be able to be the new face of Toastmasters, if you will, coming out of COVID-19, because we're in a situation that we've never been in before. If there was something I would like to see continue as a result of the current situation, there is something I'd like to see. And I've seen our organization become a tighter knit community of individuals. And I'm not going to say members, I'm going to say individuals, because we are all unique in our cultural background, our skill set, our drive, and we are all members by nature. But watching clubs reach around the globe to meet with other clubs, to understand that environment, we have taken in this situation and knock down all the barriers that we've had to getting to know one another. And I'm a big proponent of cultural understanding and awareness. And this is allowing that. Even if you're only in a club for 20 or 30 minutes, you're getting to learn about those people. You're getting to learn about their culture and their club. And if we do that, we make ourselves a much tighter organization. Because now when we think about things that are going on, we have a background understanding for why things are or can't be, depending on where you are in the world. And, when was the last time, CJ, that you would have said, listen, I could travel around the world in any one day, not empty my bank account, and not be jet lagged at the end?
Yes, sir. It's been a fantastic experience. I was in India 2 days ago. I'm going to be in Russia tonight. You and I met in California.
Yep.
You were in Connecticut.
Yep.
I'm in Japan. It's been beautiful. But I'm sorry, please carry on.
So I mean, for me, that's, if I could see that continue to tear down the barriers to understanding between us, to make everyone more aware culturally about what's going on in the organization, I think that would just set us so far ahead. I think we've also learned a lot about what online training is and what online leadership training looks like. And this could be a stepping stone for us in the future in how we look at training and communication going forward, how we can get into or maybe expand within the market of online training and both communication and leadership. So we need to come out of the situation that we're in right now. And unfortunately, I don't know, and I don't think anyone really has the ability to predict when that's going to be. But I think we've learned a lot of lessons from this situation that will allow us to make the decisions better and know that we faced this and we faced it in the right way.
You said that question was potentially dangerous and you negotiated quite well. I'm not surprised because you know a thing or two about negotiating somewhat precarious situations. Some people don't know, but we have a speed demon on our hands right here, DTM Richard Peck. Now, from my understanding, you were introduced to Toastmasters accidentally. And this is my last question.
Sure.
How, by chance, did you get introduced to drag racing?
So drag racing I was introduced to very early on in my life, but I was taken to an event by my father when I don't think I was even in my teens at the time, and just really liked the sport. It was always been a car guy even in my teenage years.
Now, I'm sorry, is that a Top Fuel or
no? It's
or funny car?
So it is a dragster. So it's the long rail style car,
Okay.
not Top Fuel because that's got way too much expense attached to it. But it is in that category. So I do hold a professional racing license. Later on in life, I had a supervisor when I was working who was a race car driver. And he knew I was actively involved in cars and in the sport and asked me to crew on his team. So that's how I got my first hands-on experience in it. And did that for a couple teams for a number of years. And finally decided, you know what, I'd like to take my shot behind the wheel. And with the blessing of my family, I was able to buy my first car and get my license, and have since met a lot of great people in the sport. They are a truly family-oriented group of individuals. They all want to see each other succeed. Even though you're racing against them, you're friends right up until the lights drop, and then after you're done, you're friends again. But it's also allowed me the opportunity, Toastmasters has, to be able to be a motivational speaker for some teams when they're feeling down, and I've been asked to come and speak to the teams. Table topics was one of the greatest advantages when I was sitting in my car getting ready to go up to the line for a race, and someone stuck a microphone in the cage asking me a question. Mm-hmm. So being able to answer that 1 to 2 minute question through table topics was a benefit there too. Yeah, so that's how I got involved with it. And I don't have as much time to do it now as I would like, but generally after convention, I go to at least 1 or 2 races to just kind of unwind a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so very much. DTM Richard Peck, this has been a phenomenal experience. Thank you for your time, sir. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you sometime soon here in Japan.
Absolutely, CJ.
Before I go, is there anything you'd like to say or any parting words of wisdom for our audience?
Yeah, thank you. So CJ, thank you for reaching out and taking the opportunity for this. And that's something that I would like to say. I would encourage other members that see this video that you share this with, feel free to reach out to me and contact me. There's no barrier here to being able to speak and email or contact one another. Take the chance, take the opportunity. I am truly, truly impressed with the leaders and members in our organization this year. I know it's been difficult on you. It's been difficult on all of us. But you have shown the skills that you have, the compassion that you have for one another to be able to stand in there and help each other out. And to me, that says a lot about our organization, and that says a lot about you. The next year, we're going to face similar challenges, but we need to face them together. I'm going to rely on you to help us get through it, and I'm going to be there to help you as well. So again, feel free to reach out. If you have a club you'd like to visit, you can always email me. And if I can find the time and find a slot, I will do so. CJ, it's been a true honor to be able to finally see you face to face and be able to have this session. Thank you for reaching out. And I wish you much success in the future. If there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. The honor, privilege, and pleasure were all mine. Thank you so much. Continued success and happiness, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you very much. Take care, everybody.
C.J.MARKS here, DTM Richard Peck. It's been a pleasure. Take care.